Hey Brian. So I talked with Dana, and we talked about the roof, the pitch on the roof. And I really don't have a problem with the 4 and 12. Like I told Dana, I've done it before and not had problems with it. But it is the minimum. It is the minimum pitch. And there's a few areas that we want to keep that minimum pitch. And I think it's these areas that don't have the parapet wall around them. I don't think that we should mess with this. This whole roof here, we change that pitch, that's going to change the look on it. I don't think we should change this. It's really, I don't think we should change this. This entry, I don't want to change any of that. And the back here, these patio areas, I wouldn't change those either. They're just straight runs. They're not very long. You shouldn't have any problem with those. The places that would have the propensity to puddle, I think, would be these parapet areas where we have to put in crickets to get them to work. And along that cricket valley, that really does change the pitch to even more than, less than a quarter when you're looking at the valley itself. You put these in at least a quarter, these crickets in. Well, here, maybe I should go to the roofing plan real quick and show you. In all these, we've got the 1/4 inch per foot coming in this direction. You throw this cricket in here, you put those in at least a 1/4 inch per foot. But it's got to go down this valley, and when it's going down on this angle, that's less than a 1/4 inch per foot. And like I said, I haven't had problems with it, but this, if it's going to puddle someplace, this is where it will probably have problems. And these are all in the parapet areas. Parapet around this area. Here's the main roof up above. I've got all these crickets. So I think I'm going to catch Ryan and tell him everything that's in a parapet area. So it would be this area, not this. This area, that's the main roof. I don't think we do this area. This is all one truss, and this is built on top of it. That's going to change that front if we change it. I don't think we do this area, this area, this area, or this entry. But we could do this, and this also at a 1/2 inch per foot. And that could just be a quick change on this plan. I've looked at the model, messed with the model, and I don't see any areas that it's going to impact it adversely. This will just be up a little bit higher than this. It'll have to feather down, but you never see that. I really don't want to change these overhangs and all that stuff, and these fascias, the angles on them. I think that they should stay the same. And they're not. They're for the most part, they're these flat surfaces that don't have the parapets around them, and I think that they're fine. They're just straight drainage, so I don't think that they're going to be an issue. These have the most potential for that. So I think that to compromise, and I think it's a good compromise to all the parapet areas. And I'll list them out real quick and send it over to Ryan. He's ready to send that to the engineer and just tell him, hey, all these parapet areas, I'll list them out, ought to be a 1/2 inch per foot. I think that would protect you, and I agree with Dana. I think the minimum in these areas, probably we ought to go a little bit steeper. Never going to see it. It won't change anything. and it's kind of an insurance to you. It's going to cost a little bit more for the trusses because it just makes them a little bit bigger, more material. But I think that Dana's right there, that in those areas, at least we ought to do that. Okay. If you agree, I will get a hold of Ryan and change the notes on the roofing plan. I think that's the only place that the pitches are mentioned, and we go from there. Well, this is a nice looking house. Play with this all day. All right, thanks, Brian. You can share this with Dana too if you want. It was good talking to him. All right.